4 Thor players in this game, a Zeus and an Isis. And Tundra as the map. For those just tuning in now, my name's Chaos. Thanks for tuning in. This should be a great game. To recap again, on the bottom side we have DoD Shelty playing Thor. We have DoD Fox playing Isis. And DoD Briefcase playing Zeus. On the top side, we have ONU Leo playing Thor. And new player in this game who didn't play the first game, ONU Firedog, also playing Thor. And to finish the triple Thor lineup, we've got ONU WinDS here. So let's take a quick look to see if there's anything interesting with these maps. In terms of the gold mine, let's start from the top side here. Leo having a very, very bad gold mine here in the front. Firedog having a very good gold mine in the back. WinDS having a, not great, but decent gold mine on the right side. Over here, Briefcase having a very nice back gold mine here. Fox having a pretty good side gold mine here. And Shelty also having a pretty good side gold mine here. If you guys are wondering, did Shelty forget ally chat? No, he just kindly customized it so that the obs could also see the chat. So it looks like their plan is to be aggressive and go straight down the middle. That might not quite be right. It looks like they want Briefcase to do 2 TC Athena with Hippocons. And likely some Centaurs. Let's see if ONU decides to go Heimdall. I'm sorry, not Heimdall. Healing Springs or Forest Fire here. Meanwhile, we see most of the map now. No relics on Tundra here to be relevant. Looks like the town centers are a little bit bad here for both WinDS and Shelty. And signaling that Fox should take this second town center, I think. So we see here, Briefcase up 90% Athena. Over here, 25% Bass for the Isis, and 60% Freya for Sheltie, 43% Freya up here for Leo. Almost up here, Freya as well. So it looks like triple Freya. So they will not have fast Herseer to combat the Centaurs if needed, but in this case, briefcase actually not going Centaurs. It also leaves them kind of susceptible to Scorpion and spam by Fox. We see kind of the first couple interactions happening here. Blue's Valk entering Leo's base, and Leo's Valk entering his base. Over here, Blue having scouted the forward base for Leo. This is going to make a nice pushing point for them. On the right side here, we see a little bit of aggression, but the Minotaur not able to get an attack off, so Green will retreat safely. See a little bit of fighting going on here, and Leo losing his Valk to Sphinx into Herseer. Meanwhile, Scout sitting there, but nothing really happening. But on the right here, we see a very nice catch by Win DS. Likely going to make some Vills retreat, as well as getting some good damage on both the hero and the Minotaur. And now he decides to back out, so these Vills are just going to go straight to Hurtables. On the left side here, we see Sheltie having two Herseer running away, distracting these Raiding Cavalry away from the Prosperity Vills. We look at the TC count here, we see that Fox and Briefcase both have 2 TCs, while the ONU guys are all sitting on 1 town center. So they will have an economy advantage shortly. And on the right side here, we Briefcase was pushed off Hunt. I'm sorry I missed that. And some raids coming on here to this town center down here. Finding some wood vills, but running by to the food. Great raiding being done here by ONU. Actually attacking both parties of vills, which makes it harder to retreat. Forest Fire being cast here, and a nice catch on these vills. Losing at least 2 vills so far. Likely going to lose everything. So that is a huge setback for Sheltie. Losing 6 or 7 vills and an ox cart. Over on the back side here, we see some vills getting picked off and retreating. So losing some gathering time. Great job there by Firedog. But in this middle, we see Fox still having been relatively untouched, pushing up the middle, making an aggressive mid-gall. And unfortunately now Leo and WinDS are lagging. We see Fox doing a pause. And the game continues. Looks like the shields are gone now, which is nice. And WinDS taking a forward town center here. Quite aggressive. We see a double here on Fox's mid-gall, nicely garrisoning his villagers back in the mid-gall, so not going to lose those villagers. And we see Shelty also coming quickly to defend. Nice forest fire cast here. And the Vill's getting popped out to repair, while the Pharaoh's also going to empower. They may get the mid-gall here, but it looks like it's going to survive, and on top of that, they've just both lost their entire armies. So not a very good trade for ONU right there. And Fox now starts siege works and starts making some camels. Over on the right side here, we see Briefcase finding the second town center, but not having enough army to do anything about it. At the same time, he's completed this wall, which will secure his gold mines as well as some hunt. So that's a nice wall. On the right side here, we see Shelty continuing to be aggressive. And Firedog having taken a second town center here. And now WinDS is actually on 3 town centers, including his 4 town center. Leo, we see, is also grabbing a second town center. While Shelty is not quite thinking about that yet, having lost a huge amount of vills in that raid. And Fox aggressively getting a lot of units here. Meanwhile, on the right side here, we've got a double by Briefcase and Shelty on WinDS, which looks to be quite successful. Looks like WinDS has lost his army here and is going to have to retreat or lose his town center. On the middle, we've got Fox pushing on Firedog's second town center here. If we try to find his army, it's here rebuilding some military buildings. And a fight going on here, and a very aggressive forward mid-gall being placed by Fox. Meanwhile, on the right side here, they've decided not to pursue killing this town center, with going for raids instead. And looks like Shelty may find this critical area. Let's get back to the action in the middle. This town center is now going to go down. Shelty is now grabbing a second town center. And Leo going aggressively for some raids. Fox now having completed his town center here as well. And a big raid on this gold mine here. Frost being cast to slow down this push. And some really inefficient gathering here going on because there looks like the food and gold are all bugged. There's almost 30 vills here with an ox cart. So unlucky there for Fire Dog. And Briefcase is going to be scouting this back. Meanwhile, during the frost, trying to take down the very aggressive Midgall, but it's not going to work. AE being cast. So actually now with yellow coming in, they will get this Midgall down, but the units that they're going to lose are going to be quite significant because they don't have any Herser to combat this AE army, and they're deciding to fight. Meanwhile, Frost is done, and all the units are still alive. Good raids by Briefcase here. And Green trying to break through this wall. Looks like he's going to be successful. Let's look back here at the critical fight. And Shelty grabbing a third town center aggressively here, while Fox throwing up another Midgall so they can continue pushing. Great raids being done here on Yellow's food. Meanwhile, he's doing some raiding of his own, but losing some units here as well. And he's throwing down some additional production buildings, as well as a market to go mythic. Nice placement there to cover off his gold. Force Fire here being cast by WinBR, nicely trapping and killing a lot of Briefcase's Hippocons. Nice play there. Meanwhile here, Leo, not quite heroic age yet. Meanwhile, we still have WinDS secured on this forward position, being aggressive against Briefcase, and he's up 43% Hephaestus, so very shortly he will be doing some significant damage. And we see here Fire Dog saying we've had enough. And Fox now having a significant army to push. Over here, now see Fox makes mythic, and Leo bows out as a result of this calf taking out his back town center. And the last player bows out. GG. A nice commanding victory there as well. Thanks for tuning into these games, guys. We're now going to move into TSM versus PK. Well played by all players. Let's take a quick look at the post game. Fox having the overall lead score, Briefcase doing his nice boom and picking up pretty close to the best economy there. Over here on the, actually if we look at the amount of vills that Green had, he was close to quite a big rag actually. On the military side, it's pretty close. We see Fox obviously killing so many units because how they charged his Midgall. And Key's having picked up the most improvements. Actually, Purple having made 4 Frost Giants, which were very helpful.